Hello guys, this is Fun with AS. Today we are going to be setting up a Raspberry Pi 4. So today we will need a wireless keyboard and mouse, a pen drive. You can also use a hard drive or a micro SD card. If you are using a micro SD card, please also buy a micro SD card reader. You will of course need your power cable and of course your Raspberry Pi 4 because this is a Raspberry Pi project. This is optional, a heat sink and a cooling fan. So the heatsink and cooling fan will keep the Raspberry Pi cool. If you just wanted to use it for like 10 to 20 minutes, it's okay. But if you're using it for like 30, 40, 1 hour, 2 hours, then it will heat and you will just ruin your whole Raspberry Pi 4. So we don't want, and you will need a separate computer. Don't worry, we just have to install few apps on it, so we can install the OS on the pen drive, and of course you need a TV or a monitor, because if you do uh, TV or a monitor, because TV in some households there are no monitors and there are only TVs, so you can connect it to a TV with the HDMI port. So now let's get started with the hardware part. So connect the heatsink like this. So you can see the biggest one will go over the CPU or here. You can see it's right beside the chip here. The smallest one will go here, and this long medium sized one will go here. Now attach the cooling fan like this. I told you this is optional. So you can see there's this chip and then first line and then second line, and you can see this on this second line, the second pin you have to connect the red wire, and on the third pin you have to connect the black wire. Now we're done with the hardware part. Yes, we are done. If you're just following along, then you are done, but if you're just watching, you're not done still. But still, anyway, let's start with the software part. So now download these two things, not three things. I'll just make it to two. Anyway, so Raspberry Pi Imager, that will help us to install the OS on the Raspberry Pi, and a SD card formatter that will erase all of the things from the pen drive. Even if you think there's nothing, but still there can be something or two. Now extract all of these files from WinZip. Again, all of these files are in the description. Now open SD card formatter after you have extracted it, and it will look like this. Okay, like this. Now on top select your pen drive or SS micro SD card or a USB. So it won't work for hard drive, so you can do the regular thing, control A and delete. But if you're using a pen drive and micro SD card, it will work. And now click on format. Then now click on continue. It's saying that formatting will erase all of the data on this card. Do you want to continue to note? As formatting can take some time, especially when your override option is selected, please make sure that your computer is connected to a power supply and that sleep mode is disabled. Yeah, if you have like few things on the pen drive, it's okay. But if it has like lot of things, it will take some time. So click on continue. And we are done formatting. Now open Raspberry Pi Imager and then choose OS and then choose Raspberry Pi OS Other. After choosing Other, choose on Raspberry Pi OS Full. That will install like the best Raspberry Pi OS ever. And now it will take some time, and after selecting, or basically, I mean, is you have to select your drive and then click on install, then it will work. And then if you're having a Raspberry Pi 4 connected here with the blue, right now this is the Raspberry Pi 3, but if you have a 4, then you have to connect it to the blue part, your USB hub. So if your USBs are working, it's fine, but my USB only one was working, so I connected a USB hub here which had 4 USB, and 2 of the USB was for like, of course, so one USB was for the pen drive and one USB was for the keyboard. So connect your keyboard and also connect a micro SD card here on the bottom of the Raspberry Pi, and now connect your keyboard, and now on the Raspberry Pi with the power cable, and now on your monitor TV, and now we are done. So it will just reboot a little time, you don't have to do anything, and after it shows the loading screen, you can do like a basic setup. I don't have to tell you because it's very simple. It's like any operating system. It asks for some Wi-Fi network and like Ethernet or anything, like, no. Now you can decorate this with a cardboard case, or a case, or some stickers, or like, even if you want to get it to the next level, you can also like get like a 3D printer case, and then you can add RGB LEDs. So this is all for today. Bye guys.